Alright, boys and girls, this is what you guys been hearing about. This just got released a couple hours ago here. But aloha to everybody. If you guys are here on the Twitch channel, you guys can feel free to say hello to everybody on the YouTube channel. It's good to have you guys both here, Twitch channel and the YouTube channel. Especially with these content release videos. Definitely make sure you like and leave a comment below on what you think about this comment. We're going to be giving away a $10 iTunes and Google Play. Yeah, people on Twitch are going to have a chance to win this as well. But as you guys can see here, we have the guild content called the Ancient Labyrinth. Yeah, this just got released. Let's take a look into it here. First, we'd like to share the World Arena news. Summoners War World Arena Championship 2018 will be held with 3 cups. America Cup, Europe Cup, and Asia Pacific Cup. Okay, I need a little bit more detail on that, but it's interesting. Looks like they're breaking it up into different regions, 3 regions to be exact. Yeah, Fred Ward, thank you for the 3 months, man. Good morning from Germany. What's your pick for the World Cup? I don't have a pick for the World Cup, but that's so funny you just asked that because you're talking about soccer, football, but we're talking about this update developer patch here. We're talking about cups as well. But Asia Pacific Cup is my vote. No, I'm just kidding. Just because I play Asia server. But thank you so much for the 3 months, Fred. I appreciate the continued support, my friend. All right, let's go to continue looking onto this. Participants will be selected based upon records from World Season 5, okay? Blah, blah, yada, yada. You know, sign up. You can't really sign up, though, technically, unless they do a sign up like they did last time. It's just whoever is on, I believe, the top 100 probably is going to be the list of players that they take down. Yeah, if you're not in the top 100, probably not going to get selected for this. Yeah, unless that many people opt out of it. So, let's see. Our team is very excited to share this developer's note that a lot of you guys have been waiting for. We have definitely been waiting for this. As mentioned previously, we'll be talking about the major update. We divided developer's note into 3 different parts. Today, we'll be sharing the first part. Wow, that's part 1? Holy moly. Is this considered their big release of the year? Yeah, every single year, CompTOS has 1 big release. I wonder if this is their big release. Okay. First content is called Ancient Labyrinth. The new guild content has been designed based on concept of Labyrinth and is being developed to be released in July. Oh, that's next month. Wow. Okay. All right. Interesting. Usually the big releases are at the end of the year, so if this is not the big release, then there might be something even bigger than ye. All right. New guild content, Ancient Labyrinth Exploration. The battle between guilds become more and more intense. All right, so we got a little bit of lore here, right? It talks about the Ancient Labyrinth. Let's see. Let's go down to the good stuff. Do you remember the image that we shared in the previous developer's note? That was an image of the Ancient Labyrinth final boss. Okay. That's what everybody kind of assumed and, you know, was guessing it would be as well. The Ancient Labyrinth consists of a number of stages, and each stage has various clear conditions and characteristics. This is a guild cooperative PvE content where PvE content. Interesting. Where guild members need to work together to go through various stages to fight against the boss that guards the labyrinth. Very interesting here. Ancient Labyrinth map details. Okay, so as we can see here, this is what it looks like. Here's the image of the Ancient Labyrinth. You have to explore the locked areas to find bosses. This is the bird's eye view of the Ancient Labyrinth. Unlike a narrow entrance of the ground level, the labyrinth consists of numerous tidal-shaped maps ranging deep underground. Okay, interesting. Let's take a look at the screen that's currently under development. All right, let's take a look at this here. So what can we see so far? There's a time limit. You got to complete things to get to this boss. There's different stages, right? I'm gonna go ahead and assume there's energy involved, right? And potentially guild points. You're probably gonna get guild war points, as well as looks like there's some new currency that they have here. So they got so many currencies. Yeah, they got what? Energy, mana, crystals, I mean, guild war points, arena points, RTA points, you know, ancient coin points. I mean, like, oh my goodness. Okay, now we got some new labyrinth point reward here. This is the first screen that you'll see when you enter the labyrinth. All right, so this is going to look like what it's going to look like when you get in. The labyrinth is so wide that the map can be scrolled horizontally and vertically. All right. It's the first starting point of the labyrinth. You can enter battles of that area that are connected to the cleared areas, okay? So it's similar to, like, let's say Guild Siege. Yeah, whatever is connecting is all you get to, you know, attack or go into. Just fine. It's an area where you can enter battle based on the starting point. You can attack areas that are adjacent to the cleared areas. It's a locked area. If you want to move onto the locked area, you have to clear the areas that are adjacent to the locked areas. Okay, so exactly what we said. Interesting. It's very interesting there. Special league points too. You're right, the official AG. There actually is more points as well, besides this new one coming out. This time we'll talk about some of the UIs in the screen. Okay. Okay, it's got it labeled here. Oh, it's been labeled this whole time. I see. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sorry. Island slow. Okay, they were trying to explain, but we can kind of get the general picture, right? You know, you unlock certain areas, right? Once it's adjacent, then it unlocks those locked areas. That's basically it. Yeah, moving forward here. Number 5, level of the final reward you will acquire when you clear the labyrinth will be displayed. The faster you clear the labyrinth, the better reward you will get. Okay. Okay, I can see it. C, B, A, and S, right? That's pretty common. So there's no double S, A pluses, or triple S's. Just C, B, A, S. Number 6, remaining time until the reset of the current labyrinth will be displayed. Okay, so it says 10 days here, right? That gets me thinking, does that mean it's only a week and a half, potentially? 2 weeks? Is this a 1 month kind of thing, like TOA hard? We don't know. Yeah, but from what we can assume, actually, this may just be a sample. It could actually be a week. We don't know. They just put a sample amount of time in there. This might not be the true amount of time that you get to complete this. Just forget about that. Just gotta keep reading. Yeah, boys and girls, it's very important to read. You know, in school, it's very important to read everything. Okay. A labyrinth has a time limit of 14 days. In other words, the labyrinth will reset and the new labyrinth will open even if you haven't cleared the labyrinth within 14 days. In addition, different rewards will be given depending on how long it took you to clear the labyrinth. Various rewards will be given in the form of boxes. Wow, that's a new form of reward boxes. Wow. Okay. Kappa. Number 7, boss clear progress will be displayed. Okay, so there's obviously stages and then the boss. All right, we still don't know what constitutes completing a certain stage into that boss though. There are 4 bosses. There's just 4 bosses. These are not stages. 3 mini bosses and a main boss, it looks like. There are 4 bosses in total, including 3 mid bosses, 1 final boss who are guarding the labyrinth. Okay, interesting. Fighting new labyrinths. A new labyrinth will be cleared when you defeat the final boss. A new labyrinth will open at midnight of the next day based on the date you cleared the previous labyrinth. Huh? Labyrinth changes in its structure and location, and you can enter new labyrinths. Of course, locations of bosses will be changed as well. Huh? Wait, what does that mean, chat? So you can continue to keep clearing labyrinths? Is that what it means? And you don't have to wait till 14 days is up? Because it says a labyrinth has a time limit of 14 days, then the labyrinth will reset and a new labyrinth will open. But this is saying if you clear the labyrinth and then you clear the final boss, the next one will open the next day. Oh my gosh. So if your guild is OP, you can continually farm these labyrinths. I'm assuming it's still going to take you a while. It's not going to be done in 1 day, right? It's going to take you a while. But if your guild's good, I mean, I don't think it's going to take you 14 days. So, wow. The faster you clear, the more labyrinths you can clear. Okay? I'm curious to see how much rewards we get for this, because if it's a lot of rewards, then that's pretty OP, right? But I mean, it's worth it, right? Your guild works together. Everybody has an effort to put into this, I'm assuming. So it's time consuming and it takes a lot of effort from everybody to get through it quickly, right? So I guess it's reasonable. Hopefully the rewards are nice. Also, if you defeat the final boss and clear the labyrinth, the reward will be given to the guild members. Thus, defeating the final boss as fast as possible is the ultimate goal of the guild labyrinth. Okay. It is important for your guild to work together and strategize how to find the boss. We believe that you'll be able to experience another fun and excitement that are different from guild battles and siege battles. Okay. Considering that, it makes me believe that it's not only something that if your guild is good or competitive can clear quickly, but it also can be a little bit of luck as well. Because as you clear these, I'm assuming you're only allowed, you know, I'm making assumptions here. You're only allowed a certain amount of attacks or whatever to enter the labyrinth so many times, right? And you have to decide where you want to go and where the bosses could be. Because the ultimate goal is just to clear all 4 bosses, right? So if you get lucky and you find the bosses, you can clear it very quickly. If you get unlucky, you might have to go through the whole labyrinth, right? So that's interesting. Another thing that I'm thinking is that a lot of players that have been going into farming guilds for guild siege and stuff may want to join, you know, stronger guilds now because you want to be doing this labyrinth dependent on the rewards. right? However good the rewards are will really depend if, you know, these guilds will want to band together, get all their good players, and continue to push through these labyrinths together, yeah, to collect those rewards as efficiently as possible. Okay, that's interesting. Each member gets 3 attacks. Okay, that sounds standard, right? Just like Guild Wars. Let's see here. Unique battle system. Here's an image of the screen that will appear when you tap the area that can be entered. Okay, you tap this. This will appear. Okay. Interesting. You see a boss or what? Oh, it just looks like this. Anyone you tap? Here's an image that will appear when you tap the area that can be entered. So you tap any area, it looks like this. Okay. Each area has clear points. Clear points of the area will be accumulated in the gauge bar. The yellow bar refers to the accumulated points, and the blue bar refers to the points that you will get when you win in the battle of the selected difficulty. So depending on your guild, right, you may not be able to clear. I'm assuming it's gonna be normal, hard, and hell, right? So dependent on that, you'll get to do more damage, I guess, to the boss and get more points, right? If you fail, obviously, you screw your guild over because then you don't get to do that much points. So okay, interesting. It's very interesting. You can set the battle difficulty. When entering a battle, you can choose a level of difficulty. The harder the level you choose, the more points you earn. Yeah. We're gonna kind of make an assumption right here that hell mode gives you 30, considering it's on hell mode. Yeah. What we don't know is if there's only normal, hard, and hell, or is there an actual mode after that? Battle conditions of the areas will be displayed. There are special stages with unique battle conditions in the labyrinth. I like this. This is where it gets kind of interesting, boys and girls. Let's see what it says here for number 3. A labyrinth protected by the immemorial giant. Explore the labyrinth to find the bosses to defeat them. Wait, I thought it's supposed to be a unique condition. Some stages have no specific conditions, while other stages have special conditions. We won't go into details. Oh, okay, they're just not telling us yet. But a stage with turn limits or stage where you have to rescue the allies, and many more interesting stages are available. That's very interesting, right? And you're wondering why is this interesting? For me, this is very interesting because they can potentially give conditions or different strategies that you need to employ to defeat these stages, which means that some niche units out there, some 3 stars, some 4 stars that a lot of people don't use now, as well as some LD3s, LD4s that are kind of weird, may come into play. You might see some new units, yeah, coming up into play. Daphnis, some new units, yeah, come into play and really get into these strategy areas of the game Brandia, and hopefully give them a purpose, you know, Shihao. So we'll definitely see how that plays a factor, but obviously they haven't really told us the conditions yet here. Yo, Wolves, thank you for the gifted sub to Kitty Cat Kells for the 7th month. I appreciate that, Wolves. And Kitty Cat Kells, welcome back for the 7th month. All right, let's see here. Basic battle rules. All the guild members can participate with no limit to the number of participants. So you want a max guild. You want a max guild. A guild member can enter the battle 3 times a day. The number of battle entrances won't be deducted if you're defeated in the battle. So that means you can attack as many times as you want. You just lose energy, I'm assuming. The number of battle entrances won't be deducted if you're defeated in the battle. Okay. The monster that you used on winning battles can't be used again. Okay, so similar to Guild Siege, right? One-time use on units, so you have to really strategize even further which ones you want to use for which stages, right? Once you use your good units, they're gone, right? As well as if you don't have enough units built or ruined well, you might have difficulties. Interesting. Yurik, thank you for the 15-month resub. Still giving my money to that dude. Hey, I appreciate the support, Yurik. Yeah, welcome back for the 15th month, dude. A reward will be given per battle. Up to 3 rewards are available, and you will have to win a battle to acquire one. All right. This is what we have for the first part of the developer's note. We hope this information was interesting. It's definitely interesting. You might struggle from time to time in the labyrinth, but your guild will be able to feel a sense of huge accomplishment when the final goal is reached together. That statement is truly dependent on the rewards, honestly, or else we don't really care, right? If the rewards aren't worth it at all, people will just kind of be casual about it, right? Pushing through this. I mean, except for the beginning. Once they release this, I'm sure there'll be some hype around it, but it really depends on what the rewards are. I'm curious to hear part 2 and part 3, considering that they said that we talked about some concepts of Labyrinth briefly in the following developers notes. I think all the support. Okay, yada yada. Please be aware that the developers note has has been written during the development stage and some content may change. Okay, so things may vary and change from what we kind of discussed here, but interesting. I mean, considering that this is supposed to be released in July, coming up next month already. It's already June, so July is coming up real soon. I'm very curious to see when they will start releasing more information about this. I want to hear about the details. I want to hear about the rewards. I want to hear about the stages. I want to see, you know, I want to hear more about this. I mean, what do you guys think? Are you guys pretty excited about this? Or next year? They said July, okay? They said July. I'm very excited about this. I know it's not PvP content. I feel like PvP content is like always king, right? But it's a solid PvE content. Anything PvE that, you know, kind of makes your guild or a group of people work together for a common goal is pretty interesting in my opinion. But all right, I'm curious to hear more details on this. But yeah, that's it for this video. But if you guys are watching for the Twitch channel, make sure you guys check out the video as well. If you missed out on anything that we discussed and we talked about in detail, make sure you guys like the video and leave a comment below. We're going to be picking a random subscriber to go ahead and win an $10 iTunes or Google Play. Yeah, but if you guys want to say bye-bye to the YouTube channel, feel free to do so. But I will catch you guys on the next live video or live streamer video. I always say live video. I don't know why. Live streamer video. Peace out, everybody. Aloha.